Now in this video, you're going to learn how to effectively cold call in the new economy and how you can win the gatekeeper over to your side and have them be open to getting you to the decision maker. So the question is, why do salespeople avoid cold calling more than anything else in selling? Well, it's because we all have the fear of getting rejected, right? So according to the traditional selling mindset, when we place that call, what is your expectation or your agenda? Well, it's to make an appointment and to make a sale. But what is the problem with the traditional approach? Well, it's all about you and your own agenda of wanting to make the sale. Now, I understand that your intentions are good and that you want to help. You want to help your potential customers. But I would suggest to you that if you're directing all of your energy on the call to focus on making the sale, do you think the person you're talking to can feel that? Ask yourself, do you feel that way when a salesperson calls you and is trying to make the sale on you? How many other calls from salespeople do you think your potential customers get on a weekly, even daily basis? Salespeople call them daily, pitching their products, their services as the best. So our potential customers have become oversensitive when the phone rings and it's someone they don't know. Your potential customers are all automatically skeptical about who's calling. So you sound just like every other salesperson that calls them on a daily basis. You just don't stand out. And then what happens? Well, they reject you and they turn you down. This is what you go up against every day when you're cold calling. So the question is there an alternative? Is there a new model that can actually get the gatekeeper on your side and have them get you to the decision maker? Now, let's take a look at the shocking difference between a traditional cold call and a 7-figure salesperson cold call. Let me know your thoughts on how effective they are. Now, here's an average salesperson cold call. I'm going to show you the script. Usually something that starts out with, "Hi, my name is, I'm with XYZ company and we do." Well, this only offers their solution. It doesn't really focus on whether there's a sale to be made in the first place. There's no trust, and that equals no sale. This approach is what 99.9% of all salespeople are trained to do by traditional selling techniques. The old introduce yourself, tell them what company you're from, and then tell them a few benefits to your solution to build value. The only problem is, in the post-trust era, with trust at its lowest point in the history of the world, this simply no longer works. Ask yourself, what usually happens when you call your prospects with this approach? What comes out of their mouth when you say these 3 opening lines? "Hi, my name is, I'm with, we do." Oh, here's what comes out of their minds. "Oh, we already have that," or "we just don't need that," or "Oh, well, Mr. Johnson's not in today. You'll have to call back maybe next week or next month or next year," or, "We don't really want that," or, "We don't need it," or "we already have that," or we just can't afford it with our budget." When you place a call and hear the other person say hello, you're just going to reply in a very relaxed conversational tone of voice. Let's look at the script. "Hi, this is Jeremy. I was wondering if you could possibly help me out for a moment." Now remember, there's absolutely no trust between the two of you yet. So it's very important for you to sound and in your mind be low-key and relaxed. Otherwise, you will automatically trigger sales pressure, which almost always leads to what? To you getting rejected or objections thrown in your face. After you say, "Maybe you could help me out for a moment," the person you called will almost always say, "Sure, how can I help you?" We all know this. When somebody asks us for help, what do we almost always do? We almost always offer it as this is just a normal human interaction. This simple exchange has helped you to create a two-way dialogue with the potential client that you've just called. You're not like all the other salesperson who call with their canned phrases like, "Hi, my name is, I'm with, and we do." Now, once they ask you how they can help you, then you're going to go into what I call your problem statement that leads into how what you do helps other people. Now, I'm going to give you an example. Let's talk about maybe a salesperson who sells advertising or sell leads, just kind of thrown off the top of my head. You would list here 1 or 2 problems that your clients have that your solution solves, just generalized problems that they would know about. Now, you won't talk about your solutions yet. Only ask them to see if they have problems, and if they do, finding out if you can actually help them. Now, after they say, "How can I help you?" you would then say, let's go to the script, "Well, I'm not sure you could yet, but I was calling to see if you would be open to looking at possible hidden gaps in your advertising that might be causing you to lose sales." Let's say if you sold advertising solutions. Now, we would probably get more specific about what your client's problems are than this if you sold advertising. This is just off the top of my head. But do you think they might be interested in not losing sales? Most of the time, they will reach with something like this. They'll say something like this. Now, okay, now who is this, or what does your company do exactly, or some type of question for them about what you do. You would then respond with how what you do helps other people. And let's go back to the script. Well, you know how a lot of businesses nowadays are, finding it harder to advertise with the increasing cost of ads and so many competitors to compete with and all that, really the changes that go on in the advertising market all the time? Well, what we do is we help businesses lower their cost of advertising by targeting higher quality leads so they can start keeping more of their profits rather than keep losing it in advertising cost. And, before I go into who we are and what we do and all that kind of, boring stuff, it might be appropriate if we knew a little bit more about your company and what you do for advertising now to see if we could even help you. For example, what forms of advertising do you do now to generate your leads? All right. Now, notice the difference in these 2 approaches. The traditional selling approach focuses on who? Well, it focuses on you, the salesperson, and you making the sale, right? The 7-figure salesperson approach focuses on who? Well, it focuses on the person you're talking to and what their problems are that they might have and what's causing those problems, and most importantly, how it's affecting them to see if you can help them. Which approach do you think makes a potential customer more relaxed and comfortable? The one that only focuses on the salesperson making the sale, or the one that's focused on the potential customer and solving their problems? After all, who do you think your potential customers care more about? You and you making the sale, or them and what they're looking for? I think you probably know the answer. This is what a 7-figure salesperson asks the gatekeeper on a cold call. So I want to thank you for watching this video about how to effectively cold call in the new economy so that you can win the gatekeeper over to your side and have them be open to getting you to the decision maker. Now, in the next video, you're going to learn how to call your leads and automatically connect with them at hello, rather than them rejecting you and hanging up the phone.